It's week 15 of the 2026 season, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the Saints, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. It just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
You know, what's funny about the NFL, Mike, is you expect to come out and have your A game each and every week. And certainly that's ideal, but can you win when you don't have your best stuff? And I think that's what we saw from this quarterback last week. The best thing he did was just continue to battle, continue to make just enough plays, even though he had some struggles. The biggest thing is, while he continues to improve, what a confidence boost for this entire team, knowing that even if their quarterback doesn't have his best stuff, they can still play winning football.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Dotson, the man in motion. A very nice defensive play there. They'll let you complete passes if they're going to end up like that. It's a completion, but a loss of yards. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Sly's kick is good. And the Commanders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. 3rd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Commanders offense and Jayden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is.
Automatic first down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs, and not ideal to start the game in that manner. So that's a really important throw right there. Let's see if they can build something from there. Brings up 1st and 10. Continue to let your opening script unfold. You got to go down and find some points here and get your offense settled down.
Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
They'll run here with Gainwell. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. 3rd and long. Brings up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Ah, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. And that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 45. Jamin Davis there to make the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Here's Gainwell. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the 1st quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the 2nd?
The Saints now going to try a field goal here. This will be a 46-yard attempt. His kick is good. And the Saints will tie the game at 3 apiece.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Now he takes off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's Daniels. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels going right sideline and complete.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. When they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. All even, 3 apiece, the score. More from New Orleans after this. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now Daniels. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Play action. Here's Daniels. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
And that is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And that'll set up 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Washington. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Saints offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle gets him down behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
What a great job in this game by the defensive coordinator, continuing to put his players in position to succeed. And boy, have they taken advantage of it. But on the other side, they got to do something different. They got to bring in some extra blockers. They got to change up and go max protection. They have to give their quarterback a little bit of time, or else they've got no shot.
The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Dotson, the man in motion. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Elijah Molden on the tackle. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Washington.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in on the stop. He'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. The motion man here is McClure. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The Saints offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. The ball's out. The Commanders come up with it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Oh, there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
Makes the score. Commanders 10, Saints 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. A run with Gainwell. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And a fair catch is taken and is just inside the 20-yard mark. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
The Saints offense ready to take over once again. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. On the ground, Gainwell. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need. It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
And this is as good as you could possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They'll stay on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll throw with Daniels. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. to throw is Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense, and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Daniels now on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Ball start, offense.
The motion man here is McClure. Not wanting to take a chance this time, he'll keep this one on the ground. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. 3rd and long. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Here's their punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. A fair catch here. Called for and